a former India international. He was the first person and till now the only person to lead his club to 5 National League titles. He was the first Indian coach to take a team to the semi-finals of the AFC Cup. And most recently, he has been honored with the Dronacharya Award by the Honorable President of India. And I'm talking about someone who is very special, who is right here in our studios. My name is Savio, with me is Bambino, and with us is none other than India's living legend, Armando Colaco.
Yes, welcome to a very special episode, Sportingly Yours, with Savio and me, Bambino. It's been a long journey for the two of us, and we are starting off another milestone, right, Savio?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's very nostalgic for me to be part of the show right here. And as we take you through sports personalities who have made a mark for themselves in different fields, but today is, of course, we are talking about the sport that Goa loves, India loves as well. And here with us, like Savio has said, Armando Colaco, who has won so many laurels.
श्री अर्मांडो एग्नेलो कोलाको एक फुटबॉल कोच हैं। उन्होंने महेश गावली, क्लाइमैक्स लॉरेंस, सुनील छेत्री, अनवर अली, एंथनी परेरा, समीर नायक, लक्ष्मीकांत कट्टीमणि, योआकिम अब्रांचेस और क्लिफर्ड बिरांडा सहित कई उत्कृष्ट एथलीटों को प्रशिक्षित किया है। इन खिलाड़ियों ने 2002 सैफ कप में रजत पदक, 2005 सैफ कप में स्वर्ण पदक, 2008 सैफ कप में रजत पदक, 2012 सैफ कप में स्वर्ण पदक और 2002 एलजी कप में स्वर्ण पदक, 2011 और 2007 नेहरू कप में स्वर्ण पदक सहित एएफसी चैलेंज कप 2009 में स्वर्ण पदक जीता है। श्री अर्मांडो एग्नेलो कोलाको को कोचिंग के क्षेत्र में उनकी उत्कृष्ट उपलब्धियों के सम्मान में वर्ष 2024 के लिए द्रोणाचार्य पुरस्कार लाइफ टाइम प्रदान किया जाता है। श्री अर्मांडो एग्नेलो कोलाको।
Thanks for joining us on the show. First things first, how was the feeling when you went to receive the Dronacharya Award from the President?
Wow, can't express it in words. That feeling is inside, Standing there, the profile being read, and then going to the President and Honorable President of India to receive the award. Wow, something special, ecstatic. Cloud 9. At that moment, I thought about my family, my parents, my brothers, sisters, my wife, my friends, my supporters, the owners of the clubs, my supporting staff, the players, the old and new, the GFA people, everyone, my Chhetri fellows, who loves me. And they were all happy along with me. And then I just cannot. It was too much. I'm very, very happy that I'm being honored with this prestigious Dronacharya Award.
Yes, it's been 50 years of football and lots of fame that he's brought not only to himself, to the state, to the country as well. And that's exactly what we are going to go straight into and find out more about.
At the outset, let's go down a memory lane. And, he's one person who was born in Portuguese Goa, so to say, married in the Union of India. But as far as football is concerned, his journey started in the capital city of Panjim, where he would cycle or walk to Don Bosco's, and that's where the footballing bug in him was activated. Tell us more, Armando.
Don Bosco Oratory is the best thing to happen to me. Father Simon, Father P.D. Thomas, Father Joseph Casti, Father Benedict Furtado, all these people, Sir Dominic Fernandez, Sir Wilson Pace, Sir Edwin Gudino, these are the people, put a lot of, effort behind me to push me. I love football. I was staying very close to Don Bosco's. Go to school, come back, just throw my books around, have little snacks and go and play from 2 o'clock till 7 o'clock, I used to love football. That football has years passed by has given me something precious now. You know, I just cannot forget it. That football has made me so much, happy and given our Goa state a pride by being me about it, the Doordarshan Award.
I think I must ask you one question. You were involved with hockey as well. So what was first, the hockey stick or the football boots?
You see, as years passed by, I fell in love with my fiancée Juliana. I got married later on. But then, in order to show her how to play hockey, Don Bosco Oratory also has fielded a hockey team. And then I took part of it. And then for all those who don't know, for 2 years I played hockey national championship. I played with the great stalwarts of India, Balbir Singh of Railways, Aslam Sher Khan, Govinda Pillai, all those fellows, Joaquin Carvalho, they were there, the great stars, and we were minnows, we were hammered 16, 14, 15, but nevertheless it was a great experience to me. But since I loved football, I just kept hockey aside and went to football.
So Bambi, since his wife-to-be was also playing hockey, he kept his mind on hockey, but his first love was football.
Yeah.
So his heart remained in football. He remained in football, and from Don Bosco's, the neighboring premises, sort of, if I can say so, was Dempo Sports Club. So Armand, you had a natural affinity to join Dempo's when the opportunity came, although you had many more offers. Tell us about those moments. What made you join Dempo's as a player?
When I was young, nearly 14 years, I had to take an undertaking from the parents because Mr. Pradeep Kaunte, the brother of the then superintendent of Goa Medical College, took me to Panjim Gymkhana. From there, I came and joined Don Bosco Oratory because they fielded a team, got promoted, fielded a team in the senior division. And that's how Dempo saw me. And every now and then after our practices, huge Dempos were just staying next to Don Bosco High School. Great players, Williams, Felix, Nandagad, Sukur Coutinho, Nicholas Pereira, all these great stalwarts, Joseph Machado, they used to come and practice there with white jerseys. So I fell in love with that white jersey and those great players. And I said, maybe let me work hard and one day I will play for this club. My job knew no bounds. Soon after, maybe after 2 years, Mr. Rebelo or Mr. Virla Sardesai came to my house and said, we want to take you for Dempos. And I was glad. My joy knew no bounds.
So you got your football play or your football card before you got your voting card, I think.
Yes, yes, that's because in order to register a player at that moment, you have to, because I was 14 and you did 18 years. So my parents gave an undertaking and that's how I got there. But it's good. From there to Don Bosco, from Don Bosco to Dempos, and I never left Dempos for any other club.
If you look at that name of that book just behind, we are sitting with a golden eagle.
Right.
Here, he's here, and it was in 1975 that Dempo started winning tournaments outside the state, and Armando was instrumental in those victories as well. Take us through that memory lane of yours.
I was lucky to be with those great players who taught me how to play football. Of course, Dempo, Don Bosco was a nursery, but Dempos, those great players, Felix Pereto, Sukur Coutinho, Sampat, William, Herbert Sand, Matthew, Camilo Gonçalves. These are some Nicholas Pereira, some of the players, who taught me how to play football. Dempo had a different style of play. Keep the ball. Don't lose the ball. Jojo Machado was instrumental. Armand, don't lose the ball. If you lose the ball, you'll have problem from him. So these things got inculcated in me, and that's, as time passed away, I went into coaching and I kept this philosophy of keeping the ball. So it's really nice as they were the initial ones who taught me how to play and how to go on coaching the players.
And as far as being a player of Dempos is concerned, they won many tournaments: the Rovers Cup, the Stafford Cup, the Bordelais Cup, and many more. Which of these are most memorable to you?
Rovers Cup, of course. All goons used to come there, firecrackers, views, when you learn, shout, sing, dance. And when we go on clubs, win, wow, it was like sexy. Too much of joy spread all over Maharashtra, I can say, not only in Mumbai, although the ground is at the Kubari, but, the happiness was all over. And for us, Bombay was something different at that moment. Wow, Bombay, let's go. You could buy things, bring it here, and give it to colleagues and everything. So all these tournaments were really fabulous. What Dempo achieved, is really too much beyond explanation. But the Rovers Cup was something which was very, very special, not only for me, for our club, but also for all goons.
And you surely have something to say straight from the heart to the house of Dempo, Srinivas Dempo and the family. I mean, they have been with you right through your journey.
You see, I was lucky to be with those great players, and of course with a great gentleman, Mr. Srinivas Dempo. Not once he came and questioned me, what is happening? Why did you lose? On the contrary, he used to ask me, what do you want me to do in order to make these players happy? I recall one moment when we were playing at Doordarshan Stadium. I think we beat Salonka Sports Club, and he had brought his mother along to watch the game. And then when we won, he came to the dressing room congratulating us, and he says, my mother is very happy today. So he says, each one of you is going to get 1 lakh. And they gave 1 lakh to each one of us. So it was really, Baba is a gentleman. He doesn't interfere. If I am what I am today, the whole credit must go to him, because he stable my coaching education, always supported and encouraged me. Of course, it was Salsit Football Club who gave me the platform, but then like Albert and Agnel Mascarenas, but Dempo is the one who really, and the achievement which I got with Dempo, I don't think they will be, or they can be broken in the near future.
There's one person who must have watched all the matches that he played, and that's surely his wife, Juliana. Was she always in the stands when you were playing?
Yes, later on just to come and watch, encourage with the friends. So it was nice for me to to play and give my best when she was sitting on the stands, because everyone likes to impress their girlfriend, their fiancés. So I was also one of them who always gave my best.
So you surely dedicated a few goals that you scored to your girlfriend.
There are many, but then life has to go on, and I was lucky. Whenever I had problems in football or whilst playing, or even then, I used to go and talk to her. So that was the beauty. She could tell me, because she also has done her PhD in football. So I'm very happy that this thing worked very well for me through her.
Mm-hmm. It's a rare case of two former India internationals getting married and continuing their journey in life off the field.
Right. All right, we'll head in for a short break right now. When we are back, there's still a lot more to talk to Armando Colaco about his journey as a coach and the accolades and awards that he has won. Stay tuned.
It's astonishing! And it may change everything!
So we are in conversation with India's football legend Armando Colaco, Dronacharya Award recipient, a man who won 5 National Football League titles, which is a record that's unparalleled till now. He was a player and a great coach, but there was a time when he had to decide the transition time in his career, changing from being a player to a coach. So Armando, tell us how you actually did that, because it's not always that you get a player who very successfully turns into a coach.
I started doing all these courses in order to get more knowledge, met different types of coaches in my lifetime, got something from them, read books, my senior players at Dempo's, also learned from them. The 3 most important coaches in my life, that is Mr. Joseph Ratnam, who taught me discipline, Mr. Bob Butland, who taught me how to keep the players happy, and Mr. Danny McLennan taught me the finest points in coaching. So this, along with other foreign Arsenal, legend Mr. Arsene Wenger, Mr. Pep Guardiola, I try to put everything together. But to do that also, I'm happy that JFA pushed me to do these courses. All those presidents, secretaries who were there at that time forced me to go and do these courses, because we are one person who, after football, I'm sure can teach a lot of things to these upcoming youngsters. And that's how I loved it. My family too pushed me. Go, you got that art of teaching. Coaching is an art.
Well, tell us about the titles you won and how memorable they are for you.
It's going to be very difficult because Dempos have practically won every available trophy in India when they used to organize tournaments. ISL has come now. Before that, all the Goan clubs used to go and participate in these open tournaments after our Goa League got over. So that's how practically more in Kerala, all over, Tamil, Goa, practically every trophy available we must have won Dempos together. But like I've said, I always had a liking those memories. 14 times Bandodkar trophy is winning. If you go up the Dempo house on top, 5th floor, you'll find a big showcase, where all those trophies are there. And sometimes I feel very proud to see them, watch them. And I myself smile at me because I had played an important part while as a player and now as a coach. So it gives me immense pleasure. So those memories of the past are too precious. I don't want to give it away because I won't be able to
do justice
to that. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Because practically what I only can say that those players were great and they practically won each and every tournament.
But wherever you're around the world watching this interview with Armando Colaco, one record that's synonymous with him is that he's the only Indian coach to have won 5 National Football League titles. It's an unparalleled record. It's a great record and will surely stand the test of time. Take us through that, Armando.
I will add to your statement what you have got. I've not only won 5 but also 3 runners-up with Dempos, Churchill and East Bengal, and 2 with Dempos 3rd position. So it's a great feeling, honor for me as a coach. If somebody wants to talk, I think these records are meant to be broken, but these records, I think it's going to be very difficult someone to break it. It's not easy. Well, the first one, we just told the boys, let's bring our name on the international map, national map. Only if we win this tournament, we'll be able to play in the FC Cup. So they won the first time. We went and represented Goa, India in the FC Cup challenge. The legs, if you can do once, why can't you do the second time? We did it. And the 3rd time was when Cristiano Junior, who sacrificed his life by giving us the Federation Cup, yet also to go there. And that same year, 2004, when he died, I said, see, Junior, sacrifice and give us the Federation. Why don't we win the I-League and give him this honor? Let's dedicate this victory. And the players, we all together worked hard and we won that year. And we dedicated to Cristiano Junior. The 5th one has history. You can see there was no stopping. The players were hungry and I pushed them and they got pushed, and the rest is history.
I think when we go to visit him next time, we have to take a signboard for his house and change the number to number 5, house number 5. So that's synonymous with Armando Colaco.
Yes, but Armand, if you could tell us, you have molded many footballers right from the time they started their playing career. They've been forever indebted to you for what they are right now. What is that 1 or 2 things that you always tell a player? Maybe somebody who's watching this would like to know from you, like what they can do to be stalwarts in the game.
My methods are very simple. It's not only football, but it's man management. The encouragement comes. I always speak about word empathy. If somebody doesn't know the meaning of empathy, then you should not go for coaching. You see, to sit outside and talk, it's very easy. But then to put into practice, it's very difficult. So I always used to put my hand around the players and tell them that you can do much better. Don't worry about what has happened. Things may go right. They have become wrong now. You have made it wrong, so you yourself can make it right. So I have to encourage all the time. And that's how I transform young players like, Jokia Branches, Mandar Rao Desai, Clifford Miranda, Anthony Pereira, Climax Lawrence. I mean, great. Mahesh Kauli. I mean, these are the players, I cannot forget. There are many more. Romeo, for instance, such a beautiful player. I don't know what went wrong with him, but I can mold, and I have molded, and there's a proof. What you need to do for these young aspiring coaches, be patient, start promoting them, don't get angry if they do something wrong, but always push them. The man management is very, very important if you want to be a successful coach.
You were also a coach to the legend called Sunil Chhetri, who is India's highest ever scorer in international football. Tell us something about that.
You see, when we were practicing at the university ground, Dempo SC, he happened to be there. And I'll always like to have fun, because football is fun. Imagine 22 people running after one ball. So have fun, enjoy, express yourselves. And 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So Chhetri had come to meet Samir Naik. So when he saw this practice, fun-loving practice, not much hard work, enjoyable, that the players were enjoying. Yesterday they came to me after that saying, Coach, I would love to join your practice. I said, you join Dempo SC. And that very year you joined Dempo SC. I went and told Baba, I said, Sunil Chhetri wants to join. He said, bring him. He came, and the rest, I was very happy. Sunil Chhetri, one of the greatest players of India, came and joining us. But at the same time, he had an offer from the Portuguese club, and we were on the target of winning that last fifth I-League. So he asked me the permission. So I went and told Baba. I said, release him, let him go. He says, no, we are on the verge of winning the title. If he moves, I said, I've got other players, the best players I know, but at the same time, remember, the Dempo is going to create history, make a name for ourselves. If we release a player who will go and join a Portuguese club, it's a great name, because the last club which he played is Dempo. Our name will feature. And then Baba agreed, and that's how Sunil Chhetri was released to play for a Portuguese club. I told the players, you are all good. Sunil Chhetri also was all good. So now fight and let's win. And the boys went out and won. So this is what I did to the boys, and the boys did to me.
But when we, besides Sunil Chhetri, among Goan legends, Armando has been instrumental in guiding guys like Mauricio Afonso, Savio Madeira, Mahesh Kauli. A little about them, please.
See, they're great players. You can't beat them. You see, even Climax Lawrence, all those things. Maurice is one of the best intelligent midfielder I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anyone else, and I don't know whether anyone else will ever come. Very intelligent, very hard-working. You see, he could create chances. He could deliver that pass at the right, precise moment to the strikers. You see, his free kick set pieces were superb. So, beautiful. Savio Madeira is another person who has gone into coach education. He has done well in India. Now he's come back to Goa. Mahesh Kauli was an assistant coach of the Indian national team. And Climax, of course, was with me as an assistant coach in sporting. Sabin Naik, one of my players, is coaching Dempo. He has put the team forward into the I-League. And every time I met him, he says, Coach, whatever you taught us, I'm putting it into the boys. And the boys are doing well. Very simple, methodical football. So this is the happiness which I get when I hear from those players whom I train, who have picked up something from me and putting it to the new generation. And I'm happy that today all these things worked. my special way of training. Football is a big method. I follow a small individual pattern which is helpful to our Goan players and Indian players, and it has worked. So don't follow what others are doing. You follow your own way. You know, there are many ways of progressing. The one which suits you and your players, follow that, and I'm sure it will give you a success. It has given me, and that's why I can talk today by sitting in front of you all, and also bring it to the notice of other aspiring coaches. This, you do what you want, what you can with what you have. As long as it makes you happy and your team improves and develops, there's nothing better than that.
Coming to a little broader perspective about football and Indian football in particular, what are your thoughts about India progressing on the world ranking? In the
I'm
world
very
rankings?
sad. Those dedicated players like Esther, like Nicholas Pereira. You see that old generation: Felix Barreto, Sukuru Coutinho, Joseph Machado, Dionis Trinidad, Alex Miranda. Who played with me, Nandagad. There are Arnold Rodriguez, Frankie Barreto. Those players, Savio Madeira. You don't get this type of players now who are sincere and dedicated. Now it has become a fast life. After that generation, this new generation came, that is of Clifford Miranda, Anthony Pereira, Mahesh Kauli, Sunil Chhetri. They did well. But earlier they used to play for pride and used to fight for the money.
Would you also say or agree with me if I ask you that from the earlier generation to this generation, the 3 Ds have changed: diet, dedication and discipline? Is it a bit less now?
It has changed. I remember in Dempo's, Mr. Srinivas Dempo, fondly called Baba, he said, never sacrifice on the refreshments to the players. Give them as much as they want. But the discipline, like I've said, these boys are fast moving, fast life. They want to fast hamburger and they finish their career fast. Dedication, no, not there. That's why I always appreciate Baichung Bhutia for the commitment. The olden players, say ball is going out, Bhutia will run after it and then try to stop it till the ball moves out. But he used to run, the commitment from Bhutia. So these things are missing.
As a coach, another of your great moments was surely winning the Federation Cup. And unfortunately, of course, it was a happy and sad moment because they lost Cristiano Junior. If you agree, kindly go down, to your memory lane and tell us more about that.
There was a time then all the players were taken by East Bengal and Mohan Bagan. But I managed, succeeded through Baba to get Cristiano Junior from East Bengal to Dempo. I even went to Bombay to welcome him. And he was such a great, simple gentleman. I told him to go and sleep. We reached there around 3 o'clock. We had a flight at 6 o'clock. I said, go rest because our accommodation was just close to the airport. He and his wife had come. I said, go and have some rest. I'll wake you up. And I sat outside. But this Cristiano Junior, a gem of a person, did not sleep. He said, no, coach, why should you stay awake and I go to sleep? It's a matter of few hours.
Yeah.
So we came. Everything was there. Beautiful. When we were going for the Federation Cup, there's one more thing which struck me. When our kid boy was taking all the kit along with him, Christian saw that he was too heavy luggage with him. He went and took one of the buckets and carried it to the dressing room. And he told everyone, he said, let's win. The Empire has not had won a Federation Cup. So let's all try, give this coach a fitting to all that hard work which he has put in, and also let's bring up Dempo's name by winning this trophy. I remember him. He stayed awake when he came to call me, to bring me from Bombay to Goa.
Yeah.
So I want to give him this. But at what cost? By giving his life. You see, I always have have a picture along with him. I used to carry it, but now my purse got lost and that small picture is not there. But there's a picture of me and him together in my showroom. It's always there. I really admire him. 2004, 4 December, he died.
And the team was captained by Stanley Colaco, right? Tell us about that team.
They used to fight in the dressing room. They used to fight on the ground. They used to fight whenever we used to go for lunch, dinner, tea together, and said all that mattered to them was winning. You see, Stanley Colaco was a great leader. He used to motivate everybody, talk to everybody. My favorite player. He gave me his best whenever we played. All players, Mario, everybody were good. But Cristiano Junior there made a lot of difference. He expressed to them how we should play, how we should control the pace of the game. Whether they're playing fast, let's play slow. Whether they play slow, let's play fast. So every chance we get, let's utilize it. And then one chance here, you want to hit it. Subrato Paul, now who is the director of the national team, came out to clear the ball, banged him, and then everybody lost Cristiano Junior.
It's astonishing! And it may change everything!
One of the greatest moments in Armando Colaco's life as a coach was when he took Dempo Sports Club, which historically has been one of India's best. But he took them to the AFC Cup semi-finals, and that achievement, becoming the first coach ever to take an Indian club to a semi-finals of the AFC Cup was a great record. Armando, take us back to that day when you got them there.
We had to prioritize between domestic and internationals. So we didn't give much importance to the domestic league, but we focused and concentrated on the international. FC Cup. And Mr. Baba Srinivas Dempo also agreed along with Mr. Manuel Rebelo, says, let's go. And then we worked really hard. We didn't know. We beat Jordan, club from Jordan in the quarterfinals, and then we were there in the same final. We played with Manama Bahrain team. In Hyderabad, they did not do too well. I don't know what is the reason. We considered silly goals and we lost 2-0 with them. But then I'm happy that we did and brought our name, Dempo's name, forward on the international stage. So that was more than, in gratitude to the players who work hard, at least to come to the same final stage. It's the boys, like I've said, it's the boys worked hard and were there.
Tell us about your your first international win. If you go to Qatar, when you were in Qatar as a coach, tell us about and go through the emotions of that match.
Magical moments, if they come straight away. I was chosen by the Indian national to be Indian national team coach. We had a few friendlies, and then finally we landed in Qatar, where all the Goans came. I had many of my schoolmates, my friends, with big banners, come on Armando, our Goan coach, Indian coach. So that was too much, a joy. And I told him, sir, there are so many Goans who have come from Kerala, all over the world, who are staying in Qatar. My friend Jetson Zukaira also was there, who was the manager of the Qatar Airways. All of them put in their best efforts to ask us whatever we want, we are there. But you all go and try to win this match. You want to show this Qatar people that Go also is the best. Told them, and we had agreed. The coach also agreed that since it's a practice match, let's try. I said, yes, this is for a practice tour for us. We want to try the players. You also try the players. He tried his players. I tried my players. We won by 2-1. I also took some players out. He also took some players out. But once they were losing 2-1, he slowly started putting his best players up. But my players did not give up. I started egging them on from the sidelines. I said, come on, few minutes, and you can do it. And they really did it. It's a great honor to beat Qatar in Qatar, whether it's practice friendly or whatever it is. To beat Qatar is a great honor. When we went to visit the Aspire Academy there in Qatar, one of the gentlemen who's in charge said, "Right, sign here under Jose Mourinho." I said, "Why under Jose Mourinho? Jose Mourinho is a great coach. I'm nobody compared to him." I said, "I'll go and sign there." No. Today you're a great man in Qatar. Your team beat Qatar in Qatar. So a great honor to you. But no, I went in there and signed there. So these are the moments.
So it was a great start to your national coaching career in Qatar.
Yes, because I also had a great moment of my life when we lost to Trinidad Tobago 3-0. The great commentator Tony Cozier, who only said, I knew that India was only good in cricket, Sunil Gavaskar, Gundappa Vishwanath, Sachin Tendulkar, and so on. But today I know that India also is trying to become a great nation in football, because this Indian national team which played here today was superb. They had 3 chances. Uli Hoeneß, the great German, he was their coach. He said, you all had 5 chances and I couldn't score. We had 3 chances and I scored those 3 chances. So you see, these things really matters more and happy to me. When we went in Maldives, Mr. Carlos Queiroz came, Portuguese coach. He says, your team really played well. If you had a little more time, we'll have beat them easily. So really nice to hear this from Carlos Queiroz, Mr. Uli Hoeneß, the legends, because all the credit goes to the boys.
Talking about the boys, Armando, when as a coach for the Indian national team with people from different states, different cultures, different languages. I know you are a linguist. He speaks quite a few languages, but besides that, he has another language which he has learned by himself over the years. That is to be a friendly coach. So tell us that part of yourself. You've always been a guide and a mentor to your boys.
Always. I've been looked upon by my colleagues as a friendly person, always ready to help at any time, whenever there's a problem. My boys, my brothers, two twin brothers were fighters here, and in Belgium, there were boxers. They used to fight, and I was a peacemaker everywhere. So this came into good use to me as years passed by. Characters, there were too many of them, but then I treated them well. I made them to understand that all of us from different states, different places, background, like I said, we have come together for a good cause. So why don't we unite and try to do something best for football? And that's how I try to communicate with them and and this has helped me. Of course, God's blessing always there for me, because after every session or before session, I pray and ask God's blessings. And God has given me all the happiness that I deserve, and the others also, or the blessings where others also can talk about me.
Well, tell us about the senior nationals. That's one tournament that everybody loves to be part of. And in 1990, if we rewind a little bit about that.
In the year 1990, the tournament was held here in Goa, Fatorda Stadium, where Peter Wallis and I were the coaches. And we won that year. See, it was a great honor, So, but at that moment, the dates, the rules had changed. They made Santosh Trophy for under 23 players, and we had good players. Alex Alvarez, good players. So we won that year, and all that I was looking for many years, that we should win the Santosh Trophy. We lost to Kerala earlier 2 years back by 1-0, and I said I will not be able to coach Santosh Trophy again, because that we had the Karaka outfit, yet we lost 1-0. But here we made up for it and we won. So proud moment for all of us, especially for Goan, that even under us, Peter Wallis and me, we won the Santosh.
It was surely one of the greatest days seen at Fatorda.
Yes, great. Peter Wallis, very simple, humble person. He encouraged me, and we together did what others couldn't do. Peter Wallis still with Klub de Salonkar, and I was with Sporting. So we are still there in the running. We're still helping people. And I hope somebody someday, like Bambino is doing very well in the Indian national team, I hope I requested them to put this team of his in the I League and promote him as the time passes and prepare this Indian coach to be the national coach in years to come. So hopefully I hope they listen to this advice and do it.
You have guided not only national team players, but as Dempo coach, you had great outstation players or foreign players like Beto from Brazil, Renty Martins from Nigeria, from Africa to Brazil, and so how did you sort of adapt to coaching foreigners as well so well?
My friendly atmosphere really took them, gave them that an itch for me to communicate with them. I knew little Portuguese, which I put it into use to talk to Beto. Renty, of course, took a liking to me because of the word empathy, always encouraging, always he says you can do better, because it took 2 weeks for me to bring Beto into Renty's, go on special style, performance. He was brought by Bolaji. Bolaji himself told me, another African player, he says, coach, carry on with him, be patient with him. He can serve you for many years together. And that's how Beto, of course, I brought him from Mohan Bagan. He was there as a forward striker. But then I brought and made him to play as a midfield, which really changed his life, our life at Dempo's. But Climax had to suffer because Beto, I had to give Beto a free movement, freedom of movement, go here anywhere. But that position in the midfield, Climax is to support and do all the dirty work. So, like you have said, it's an understanding, communicating, talking to them that they are important part and parcel of this team. What is important that we all click together and bring this Dempo team up. So that's what happened.
It's astonishing! And it may change everything!
You've been part of the football, culture here in India for more than now 50 years. What's that something that keeps you going, You've still been part of so many clubs now as well,
For me, football is like a fish out of water. I can't live without football. If you ever come to my place, you'll find all magazines, books. I just read. I just get engrossed in it. From inter-village tournaments to the high profile. I watch each and every match late at night, 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Because I want to learn. I'm still a learner. There are some people who say from top you have come down to coach. Coaching has no standards up or down. If you want to coach, you can coach any club. What is important, that is bring up a club up, bring up the players up.
The challenge is important.
Challenges are important. I want to give it to the boys. If I can help somebody to come up, I always give my advice. But I would also want to see whether that person is ready to accept my advice, because now things are changing. Modern generation is fast life. So I try to understand whether he really wants. But all those who come to me, I will always give. I belong to the old school of thought and my methods are very simple.
He is one of those persons for whom early in the mornings, for him the first page is the sports page.
Right. And of course, from his first page to from professional to personal, tell us about your first love, who is your love till date, about your wife who was in school with you. I heard she was in your same class. I used to go to watch her hockey matches.
I fully agree with Savio. My first love in the morning is get up, go for a hot water, beetroot juice, and then read the final sports page and throw it away. I'm not interested in other things, only the final page. Okay. Now she's my wife, but then I used to go and watch her play. Also having the like of playing hockey for 2 years for Goa, had her liking. So whenever she used to practice, I used to go and tell her, do like this, do that, do like that. So she picked up and she on her own improved. But I was always just here to watch her, because when I needed the most, she was there standing by me. So whenever she needed, I was also there to support her.
On a lighter note, Savio also plays football, so he's looking out for a coach. How do you compare your normal 90 minutes of football to the latest format, should we say, the six-a-side format, the fast pace maybe?
See, what this little things which has come, small-sided games, okay, futsal, it's very good to develop your skill. There's a precise moment for you, what to hold the ball, when to release the ball, when to carry the ball. So this itself has helped into the 11 versus 11 game, because you become technically sound. So that space and time is less here in small-sided games, futsal or any other game. But 11 versus you have more space and more time, so it does helps games in a much better way.
And as a coach, you'll have faced so many teams, but as a Dempo Sports Club coach, among your opponents, one or two opponents that you not feared but were always wary of?
You see, it's a 90-minute game and everyone was, fighting spirit. But every team wanted to play well against Dempos, because the Dempos were a well-oiled, settled team. So it was a great credit to them. So nobody gave us the freedom, just took over. Even Goa Police, when they were playing, MPT, so they gave their best. It's a great name for them. We beat a started with Dempos. But our players are matured. They knew how to control the game. They knew how to do it. They were not making easy mistakes. Put one, score another one, and that's how slowly, they used to do.
Bambi, former India international, it's unique, the life and times of Armando Colaco, because he is a former India international. He's married to a former India international. His daughter was a state player. And perhaps he's looking forward to his grandchild also becoming a sports person in the future. So to end it, tell us about the future, what holds for you.
For those who don't know, we are a sport-loving family. My wife captained India national football team. My daughter also played for Goa. She did business in sports in Leeds University. My granddaughter did very well in the schooling, came first in runnings. But they are there, I can't look after them. My daughter also cannot continue because she's got a job there. Maybe if I have a grandchild who is a boy, I will ensure that becomes a footballer like me. But having them along with me, my wife and my daughter, gave me that immense pleasure and the courage, the much needed encouragement to pursue my career further and come to a place where today I'm proud to have received the Dronacharya Award. So they are the main important persons. Like I've also said, Salsette Football Club, who gave me that important platform. Through them it was Churchill, Caesar, Sporting, FC Bardis. So I cannot forget all of them. Along with them, there were others, the president, the secretaries of the club who pushed, encouraged me to write. They also wrote letters about my achievements to the Ministry of Sports for Dronacharya. Now the latest one, Dr. Kaitan also wrote. So all these people, I must be thankful. I'm sure you won't get time if I name every one of them. I mention everyone's name, but it's Mr. Srinivas Dempo who stabilized my coaching career. It's Dempo who gave me this name and fame all over the world. So I'm really grateful.
If there was one title or one tournament that you would have said, I would have loved to have won it for my team that you coached, whichever team it is, which would be that one tournament that, or you would have loved to have your team play in?
To have another I-League title.
Okay.
to make it 6.
To make it a tennis score.
Yes, a tennis score.
So we were in conversation with none other than Armando Colaco, living legend from the world of Indian football. My name is Savio, with me was Bambino, and with us was Armando Colaco on Sportingly Yours on DD Sports.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Armando Colaco, for your scissor-sharp memory, but your feather touch that has lent so much of goodwill to football and football lovers here in Goa. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yes,
Thank
on
you.
Sportingly Yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, it's goodbye from Savio and me on Sportingly Yours.